thanks to our recipients of the Congressional Gold Medal today, and most especially to our Native American veterans and our code talkers. Those who were able to make the trip and those who were unfortunately still at home, we welcome you. We owe you a debt of gratitude that can never be repaid. And on behalf of a grateful nation, we thank you for your service and for your sacrifice. You know, just a couple of weeks ago in this Capitol, we dedicated the bust of Prime Minister Winston Churchill. And during the Second World War, Prime Minister Churchill was fond to say that at time of war, the truth is so precious that it must always be surrounded by a bodyguard of lies. But in the case of our code talkers, that wasn't necessary. You spoke the truth, but in the words of your native language, and it worked perfectly. It wasn't deciphered, it wasn't decoded. You did it with an extreme degree of accuracy and speed. And as Edmund probably knows already, in the first 48 hours of the Battle of Iwo Jima, over 800 battlefield communications were given by the code talkers with 100% accuracy rate, typically in less than 30 seconds per communication, when it would take a typical machine at the time close to half an hour to decode messages. It was a remarkable accomplishment that led to a quicker end to that conflict and saved many lives on both sides. They returned home heroes, but without a hero's welcome. The code was so effective that our military kept it classified and secret until 1968. And even then, it took many more years before the recognition started to take place of what our Native American veterans and our code talkers in particular did during that time. It is a remarkable legacy that they share and a remarkable story that needs to be preserved. That's why I'm here to make one last request from a grateful nation. To our Native American veterans in attendance and throughout our country today, and to our code talkers here and at home, we ask you to share your stories and make it a part of the Veterans History Project. There was legislation that I helped advance with the help of many of my colleagues many years ago with the intent to try to preserve an important part of American history, our veterans' stories, and what it was like for them to serve our nation. So future generations will never forget the service and the sacrifice that came before them. Today, the Veterans History Project is housed at the Library of Congress. We've collected close to 90,000 veteran stories from across the nation during this time. They say it's the world's largest oral history collection, but many more stories are yet to be told. And I hope we're going to be able to follow up with you to see if you'd be willing to share your story of what it was like serving our nation. And Colonel Bob Patrick, who heads up the Veterans History Project at the library, and I will follow up in the days to come with our Native American veterans and our tribes here in attendance to see if we can get more to participate and share these vital stories. I hope many of you will consider doing so. So again, on behalf of the grateful nation, we thank you for your service. May God bless you and your families. May God bless all of our veterans and soldiers, wherever they may be serving us throughout the globe today. And may God continue to bless these United States of America.